Hi guys, one of the arguments put forward by the right wing in relation to immigration and asylum seekers is that the people should not leave the country, they should stay put, stay where they are and fight to make the situation better. But when it comes to British people who have immigrated to the south of Spain for their retirement, well, that's perfectly fine. Have a listen to this.
Did you decide to come and live in Benidorm?
You'll probably edit it out because there's too many foreigners in the UK.
Oh, God. There are too many foreigners in the UK, so I moved to a foreign country and became a foreigner. What does she think she is to the Spanish people? I moved to a foreign country because there are too many foreigners in the UK. The fact that she said you'll probably edit it out while talking to GB News is quite something. These people are beyond the pale. You know, this sometimes is presented as a meme. This is sometimes presented as a joke. You know, somebody living in the south of Spain. Why? Well, because there are too many foreigners in Britain. I decided to become a foreigner myself. I decided to live in a foreign country with foreigners because there are too many foreigners in Britain.
Honestly,
We lost our rights. Freedom of speech went.
Okay, freedom of speech is not gone. I keep saying the UK is signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights. Spain, where she's living now, is signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights. And under that convention, freedom of expression is protected. So if you believe your freedom of expression is being taken away, you can take it up with the European Court of Human Rights. It's a long and difficult process, but you can do that. Why didn't you stand and fight? Why did you flee to the south of Spain if you cared about human rights or if you cared about your right to freedom of expression?
and you decided to pack them and leave?
Yeah, I said, nah, I ain't doing it no more. I'm off. I'm on. Nah. Britain lost the plot 20 years ago. Sorry.
So what does that mean? Britain lost the plot 20 years ago. Is this about immigration once again? I don't know, because some people blame it all on Tony Blair, and Tony Blair was Prime Minister about 20 years ago. Is this about, well, Tony Blair brought in all these immigrants and this is why I became an immigrant myself. But we're not supposed to use the term immigrant. She's an expat. Okay. And I can already see the comments from the right wing. Oh, but she's contributing to the economy there. Yes, and when we're talking about asylum seekers, they're not allowed to work. Some of them are working in the black economy, and of course they're not contributing, but those who are working are contributing, and the vast majority of immigrants are working, unless they're dependents, and then in that case, the people they're dependent upon are working.
And what about you? How do you find inflation here? Is it as bad as Britain?
No, it's a more relaxed lifestyle. You've got the weather, your utility bills are a lot lower. So the cost of living here is a lot lower than England. And the lifestyle is more relaxed. You've no animosity. It's just so brilliant.
And I mean, you obviously would recommend it to others, but what do you think of the inflation, how the government's doing inside Britain at this minute in time?
I don't think I can say it on air because I think they're absolute crap. And I just think it's the worst government ever, and they keep blaming everyone for the black hole. And when are they going to take responsibility for themselves?
Okay, I agree with the latter part somewhat. The government need to stop blaming the Tories. It's right to blame the Tories, but they can't continue to do this because they have to take responsibility for the situation as well. People are not going to just vote for the Labour Party because they're still angry with the Tories. So you need to improve the situation. But she said here, people should just come here, or she implied that people should just come here. You are retired, no doubt. So you have been able to have a decent life. Maybe you sold your home and moved to Spain. Maybe you have enough money just to spend some time in Spain. Young people today don't have those luxuries. They don't have those privileges. You know, it's easy for somebody who has had a pretty easy life relatively, I imagine, who's been able to move to the south of Spain to spend their retirement. Many young people will not even see a retirement. So, yeah, it's great if you can retire in the south of Spain. Many people will not be able to even retire, never mind retire to the south of Spain. So there's a complete and utter disconnect here with the reality that people are facing, younger generations are facing in Britain. But as we keep coming back to, you have immigrants living abroad complaining about their home who have not fought back and talking about how wonderful life is in the new country. But if you imagine if GB News interviewed some immigrants living in the UK who said, oh, everything is great here, do you think the response would be, that's wonderful? Or do you think the response would be, these people need to be deported? I don't want these British people being deported. They have every right to be in Spain. They're contributing because they're buying stuff. So immigration is actually a positive thing. Why is GB News presenting immigration in Spain as a positive thing, but whenever it comes to immigration in the UK, the story is the complete and utter opposite? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. I'll see you in the next video.